Hi there, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I am King Fi meteorologist Adam Clavon. So it looks like we are going to keep things clear here into the night. It's going to start to cool down, and today we finally did start to see things cool down, and we should be a lot more comfortable here as we go throughout the remainder of the work week. The rain could be back around, though, for the weekend. We're talking about when exactly that is arriving here in just a bit, but I did want to go ahead and show what happened yesterday as we topped off at 91 degrees. That actually tied a daily record out at SeaTac Airport. Pretty hot day and definitely out of the ordinary from what we've been seeing here over the past couple of weeks, and might even be the last time we hit 90 for this year, as it looks like we are going to start to fall back into more of a fall pattern here on into the end of the week, which I'm sure for many of you is not a bad thing. Here's a look at what we're expecting this evening and into the night. Going to be a bit cooler. Now, we do expect tomorrow to be even cooler than Wednesday, and then for the day on the Friday, we'll keep things fairly clear, but the weekend does bring in a rain chance, which we'll see more of that towards the second half of the weekend. I think the first half of the weekend will keep things pretty quiet. So here's your forecast. Next few days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all looking to be dry. Just seeing a lot more of those clouds later on into the day on Saturday. Rain coming in as we head on into more of the day on Sunday, and then probably trending drier than not here as we head on into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We do have a few systems that will be around, could impact us with rain, but for right now, it looks like we're missing out on a lot of the shower activity. All right, out this way towards Westport, we did see some clear skies. It looked beautiful out there, and we did also see a lot of clear skies out this way around Port Angeles here into our Wednesday evening. Clear skies up this way around Payne Field as well, and then looking off into the distance, can you see that right there? That is actually smoke out over the Olympic Mountains. This is from our camera here in Seattle, and you can tell that we are definitely dealing with a lot of that smoke haze because why? Bear Gulch fire started to flare up again because of the heat yesterday. Though right now, temperatures are sitting in more of the 70s. We'll cool back down into the 50s here as we head on into the night, and looking at what's ahead, we'll see temperatures drop back down into more of the 50s for those overnight lows. Check out the change, though, from at this point right now to where we were yesterday at this point. 24 hours ago, a lot of our temperatures were about 10 to 20 degrees warmer, so yeah, that means we're 10 to 20 degrees cooler here across the region, instead of seeing the 90s and the upper 80s, more so the mid to upper 70s and just a couple of low 80s out there. And the humidity, well, that has started to come back up across this side of the state after seeing those values between about 15 to 25%. We're safely around 40 to 45, even getting closer to 70 to 80% out towards the coast. So a lot more moisture back into the atmosphere. See that little band of rain right there that's showing up over Vancouver Island? That's our cold front right there. Kind of hard to pick out, but it's right there, beginning to move over the southeastern clip of the island up that way, and we'll eventually see that move on through. Again, shouldn't really produce any sort of rain for us, but it is going to bring in maybe a cloud or two as we head on into the night, a very thin band, and that will be the front that will continue to keep things a bit cooler as we head on into the day for tomorrow. So that's going to find its way on through here, while areas farther south, if you can't really see it all that well, I'll go ahead and pan down for you. You can see some moisture heading into the Southern California area. Pretty neat to see down there, and they're going to be dealing with some moderate to heavier rainfall as that moisture makes its way off to the north. All right, back to us. Temperatures tonight are expected to drop well into the 50s, but we're only talking about 50s tonight, maybe a few 40s kind of here and there, but should you be seeing too widespread of 40s for Thursday morning. We'll head into the afternoon again. That front should be pushed on through at that point. We'll have highs in the low to mid 70s as opposed to the mid to upper 70s like today. We'll keep them out towards the coast into the 60s. And then check out Friday morning's temperatures. A lot more of those 40s popping up. I mean, you got low 40s in a few spots like Port Angeles, Shelton, and in Hoquiam. Olympia down to 42 degrees. Upper 40s around areas such as Tacoma and Seattle, 43 in Puyallup. Going to be a chilly start. And then we'll head into the day Friday and get into the afternoon hours and top off around those low to mid, perhaps a few upper 70s, and then cool back down for the night hours heading into Friday night and into the day on Saturday. So overall, again, your forecasted lows should be on the cooler end, and we're talking more so 50s for areas within those larger cities, Tacoma, Seattle, and in Everett, while outside of there is where we're probably going to see some of those 40s ahead as we head into the next few mornings, especially heading into Friday morning. And then once we head on into the weekend, we're talking about some shower chances that are coming around. This is 5:30 early into Saturday morning. Most of the rain well off to the north and west. It starts to approach the area late night Saturday and into Sunday morning. That's 7 o'clock. So you can see that's beginning to approach more of the western side of the state, and eventually it heads to the eastern side of the state where you'll see some showers into more of Sunday afternoon. And behind that, you can see some systems off to our north. Again, they'll be close, but probably not going to be producing the best chances of rain as it looks like as of right now, but we'll keep an eye on that as we head on into next week. But I brought up eastern Washington. Why? Well, because we have the Apple Cup here this weekend. That's going to be on Saturday, and that is over in Pullman. So if you're heading over that way, plenty of sunshine, and we're going to keep things dry. It will be rather warm with a temperature of around 80 degrees by kickoff there, seeing temperatures back down into the lower 60s by the time you get ready to head on home. Forecast tonight, low to mid 50s, 40s up towards Clallam County. We'll dip down to 53 in Bellingham. And then your highs tomorrow reaching the lower 70s in Bellingham. We'll top off at 68 in Blaine, 67 in Orcas Island, 71 in Mount Vernon, low 70s around Arlington, Marysville, Monroe, topping off at 73, 63 in Oak Harbor. More low 70s down this way around the Kitsap Peninsula in King County, Maple Valley up to 72 degrees. Down across South Sound, more low to mid 70s down this way, and all the way down towards the Oregon state line. We'll keep more of the mid 70s for highs while out towards the coast and for the Olympic Peninsula. 60s for many of us there. As you go farther inland, we'll talk more 70s over towards Quilcene, Lake Cushman, and around Shelton and Elma. All right, your forecast here. The next 7-day stretch, still overall fairly quiet, just other than the rain chance that we have late Saturday night into Sunday. We'll be dry, though, and quiet as we get ready to start off the season of autumn on Monday, as it looks like that's going to be a pretty beautiful forecast for us with partly sunny skies and a high of 69. Okay, everyone, well, take care. Hopefully you had a wonderful Wednesday and have a tremendous Thursday as you get ready to head out tomorrow morning and prepare for the chillier start tomorrow, but more so into Friday. We'll talk to you soon.